Look. I represent the game in a way that can't be challenged, and delegate the comments of hate that can't be managed. I was told once, roll my shoulder like blunts and don't get touched, but my skin tough and thicker than Miss Biz butt. So guess what? I'ma talk my shit and just win once. Throw uppercuts and bone breakers, a needle and haystack with haymakers. I throw mines, don't hide behind my straight right. I show mine and show no the blow by the blow, bro. I blow mines.
You out, sucker.
Up off net? Up off. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is. It's crying, bitching, and moaning Monday. Bye. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz The Adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. Mailman Child Jones. Justin Williams. What's going on with you? Oops. All right, man. Lord. First, I want to say this. What the hell is going on? I'm getting so many emails, so many DMs, so many comments. I can't comment to all of them. And then when I can't and I try to get back to them because you're not the only one, I'm getting, where you at, ShowBizz? You're running away? It's like, okay, look. A lot of people think that they're the only people that comment. So I had to do this and comment to all of you. And I need all of you right here in the Monday morning podcast. What's going on, chick? So here's the deal. We got a lot to talk about my pound for pound list. Okay. Taco Tuesday is a whole different show right now. I didn't do a full show. I want to direct this right here. And I know there's some of you who are late, who have not watched the show or was not here during the taping of this show. And now you're in the comments and you're typing already. And what you need to do is listen, because you may just be shocked if you listen. I may just cover what you're about to type. So don't waste your time. Just listen. Hit the Tyson bell. This is for all those people later, okay? Now look, clown. Okay. All right. Your feelings hurt. I understand. Your feelings hurt. It's Canelo or nothing for you. But I'm a boxing fan. That's what I do. That's why you guys come here, for unbiased boxing. And that means unbiased even about your favorite fighter, whoever they may be. Here's the issue. The issue is I dropped Canelo from number 2. I didn't have him at number 1. I had Usyk at number 1. I dropped him from 2 to 8 on my all-inclusive gender equality pound for pound list. On my men's pound for pound list, I got him at 6. People have lost their mind. Calling me names. You're a hypocrite, ShowBizz. You respect Canelo. You said Canelo deserves respect for trying. And now you dropped him 3 spots, 4 spots. You're a hypocrite. Ridiculousness. Canelo Alvarez should stay right where he is, number 1. Canelo Alvarez should be at least top 3. I have something for all those things. But I do want to say this about me being a hypocrite. Because I respect a fighter doesn't mean I can't respect others. Because I see Canelo Alvarez for his attempt to become light heavyweight champion by taking on a prime light heavyweight champion in Bivol, going up a bunch of weight classes to get there, he was not successful. But because I respect that doesn't mean it's disrespectful to drop him down because he still lost. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I can have respect for a fighter and not rank them as the greatest in the world. I respect Errol Spence. I don't have him ranked at number 1. I respect what Terrence Crawford has done. I don't have him ranked at number 1. I respect Inoue. I respect Tyson Fury. I can't keep them all at number 1 forever. I don't know. They all can't crowd number 1. Somebody has to be ranked. So relax, chill. I can respect a fighter and then have them ranked under another fighter. I can respect what they've tried to accomplish and what they have accomplished. Relax. That's not being hypocritical. That's you being moist. Get the Tyson bell. All right, let me see. You got Usyk, you got Crawford, you got Canelo. Okay. Mel got Canelo's spot now. Okay. Let me see. Drunk early morning beer, celebrate my birthday. Happy birthday, boy. You be drunk. You deserve to be drunk. Just be careful. All right. Everybody, give it up for my guy for his birthday. Where we at? Let me get my black 2 sugars. If you haven't done it, I know you're excited, too excited to show love. But hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those, get the thumbs up, hit the like, get those. Huh? Thank you so much, Cesar Martinez. Let me see what else. Your list is better than ESPN and Ring Magazine. Okay, let's talk about that. Thank you so much. For everybody, all of you who say I'm insane for dropping Canelo Alvarez to my 6th spot in the men's pound for pound, dropping him to the 6th spot. How many of you guys think I'm insane for that? Because I saw you in my comments, so show up now. You think I'm insane? Let me know who I'm talking to. Too early on Monday to address your fanboy Cinnabons. Look good. He's still top 10, just not top 3. Exactly. He's still in the top 10, just not top 3. Good comment. Let me see. I don't. Who thinks I'm Canelo still undisputed? So do you think I'm insane? First loss in almost a decade. Okay. Do you think I'm insane for dropping him down to 6? I don't. Who do? You had the OG, old Gray, saying that he's out of the top 3. I looked at all those comments. You want me to read them? Still number 2. Am I insane? Yes. You say yes. Who else? No, sir. Who am I talking to? You ain't crazy, Biz. Where's all these crybabies? I'm insane. You're 100%. I don't. What? It's a little wild. Why? Let me tell you something. No, Biz, you ain't crazy. Let me tell you something so damn funny. Let me read off Ring Magazine's list. You're right. Canelo being undisputed keeps him pound for pound. Him losing to someone who isn't even close to the list drops him significantly. Just like Loma, I personally have Crawford number 1 for men's, but I won't argue with Usyk. Thank you. Sounds good to me. I got Terrence Crawford now at number 2, Usyk number 1 in the men's pound for pound. Just like Loma. Excellent point. Why is he so low, though? Why is he number 6? Well, let's do this. Let's look at Ring Magazine's pound for pound. Let me tell you why that's significant. We wouldn't have a pound for pound list if it wasn't for Ring Magazine. See, when I add women to a list, when I say a gender equality list, people like talking about tradition, the history of the list, and all those things to refute me, saying I'm going against tradition. Well, tradition is this, Ring Magazine. They're the reason why we have a list, starting at what, 1990 or something like that. So let's go with tradition. If y'all going to use tradition against me putting women on the list, then let's talk about tradition and supporting me dropping Canelo Alvarez. At number 1, they have Usyk. Number 2, Terrence Crawford. Number 3, Inoue. Number 4, Errol Spence. Number 5, Estrada. And number 6, Canelo Alvarez. So if y'all want to use tradition against me putting women on the list, then it's Ring Magazine. That's the reason why we even have a pound for pound list. They got Canelo at 6. They dropped him. So why am I insane? when the reason for having a pound for pound list, they got Canelo at 6'2". Biz the GOAT. Love you, brother. Love you, boy. Y'all crying about me, but the reason we have a pound for pound list got him at 6. How am I insane? We're talking about, don't change what we're talking about. We're talking about Canelo Alvarez. How am I insane? Where y'all at? Let me get my black 2 sugars. Make sure Jamel top 3. I got Jamel my top 3 for my men's list. I still love Biz, number 1 on my list. Thank you so much, brother. I'm waiting because so many people had their panties in a bunch when I was in the comments. I'm waiting on y'all. Man on fire. I think most on the list didn't fight the ones on the list to get there or even now. That's why I think people shouldn't fall so far until fighting someone that's not on the list. That right there is despicable. That's so sad. Everybody should just stay right there, no matter who doing great things, even who are off the list. Everybody should stay there for that's the reason why you're not with Ring Magazine. That would be no fair. That'd be no fair, not good at all. Now we're changing the rules because of Canelo. You see what happened? That's why you need people who are about boxing. And let me tell you who did fight somebody on the list. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. Pound for pound number 1 fought pound for pound number 2. And people cried that I got Katie Taylor rated so high in my gender equality list. The fact I even respect her equal to how I respect men. People cry about that. What else we got? Not to stay, but move slow. Let me tell you something. If we had a race, if there was a race to go to the Olympics, right? The Olympic trials, and you have what everybody see as the fastest man in the world, and he lines up, listen to me closely, he lines up for a race, and you have other fast track stars, but the fastest in the world, he lines up, pow, they start running. They humping. But he trips. He starts stumbling. He put his hand down. He gathers himself and he tries hard. And he comes in 7th place. Should you still put him in the top? Well, he's really the fastest in the world, so we should rank him number 3. We should, though he came in 7th, came in 8th, we should put him in at number 3 because of, look at all the races he won before. But how about that race? Forget that race. I'm talking about, he's the fastest. Look at all his times before. Okay, we'll do that. But how about the guy who really came in 3rd? Is it fair to him? Now he can't even make it to Olympics. Is it fair to him? So while everybody is so all over Canelo, they're not thinking about the other fighters. They're not thinking about what Jamel Charlo did this weekend. First 154-pound undisputed ever made history. As an African-American, we loved when Canelo did it as a Mexican-American or Mexican. First Hispanic pound for pound, all that stuff at 168. This man makes history. Nah, man. I don't care how he finished that race. He did it by knocking the man out. I don't care how he finished that race. I guess cherry picking is the best way to get on the list. Hey, that's a moron. You got to give it to him. Give it to him right here. Give it to him right here.
God damn, that boy can sing.
A moron. That's my point. Everybody on the pound for pound list is going for greatness. He only thinks Canelo's is because he doesn't watch boxing. He doesn't know what Errol Spence has done, Terrence Crawford, Alexander Usyk. Are you kidding me? Naoya Inoue. Are you shitting me? Juan Francisco Estrada. He has no idea. A deep-rooted moron from the bottom, from the pit of his stomach. He has no idea. Let me see. Never really cared for pound biz. Okay, it's subjective and parameters. Okay, then fine. You don't have a horse race. We're never really established to begin with. It was pound for pound lists are based on fantasy. Right. It is. It was coined because of Sugar Ray Robinson and Benny Leonard. Obviously, those are the best fighters in the world, but we only focus on the heavyweights and we only pay them. That's why it was coined. And then they made a list. And that's why I have women as a part of my list. Traditionally, when they made a pound for pound list, there were no women warriors. Now that they are, I am thinking about the way why the list was made in the first place, to appreciate those outside of the heavyweight division, to pay them equally and appreciate them. And I'm staying true to that. Now there's women warriors doing great things. So because you got a penis and balls, I'm not going to appreciate you more. I'm going to appreciate the women too, equally, just the way that the reason why the pound for pound list was even created. We ain't going to just appreciate the darlings of boxing who are the heavyweights. We're going to look at the bantamweights too, the welterweights too, the middleweights too, and give them their roses too. Okay, that's how we play. All right, now there's women warriors. So guess what? I'm going to appreciate Katie Taylor too, Amanda Serrano, Clarissa Shields. No, don't do that shit. You see that shit? That's the inconsistency. But let's stay on Canelo Alvarez, because y'all not ready for change yet. That's fine. Don't want to give up the men's spot. This is a man's world. I understand you. I do have a women's pound for pound. What don't you don't know my channel, so I almost gave you that comment was dumb. I have a men's, women, and gender equality pound for pound. Hey, don't do the gender equality. That makes me feel bad as a man. I have the men. I have the women. When I do the gender equality, don't do that. Don't. You hate women so much, it's pouring out your comments. Chill. You as a man is not threatened. You still a man, bro. Don't worry. Women not going to take your place. Don't feel so threatened by it. You ain't even a pro boxer, right? You're not even a pound for pound guy yourself. So you're not even in the conversation. Don't worry. Your spot isn't threatened. But let's keep talking about Canelo Alvarez. Let's keep talking about Canelo Alvarez. With Canelo, hey, I'm looking at the biggest fighter I ever seen in my entire life. Hold on. Wow. Oh my goodness. I need a book. Tyson Fury book. Let's go, Tyson Fury. Oh, you evil scum! Tyson Fury does it again. All right, so look. So let's talk about Canelo Alvarez. Knockout. Pop! So look. Canelo Alvarez. Okay. With my pound for pound list, real quick, even the spiders hate. That spider is huge. Hold on. Who you got? Canelo sending the Mexican tarantula after Biz. Yeah. And that's the black, 2 sugars, Bivol, no love. In my men's pound for pound, I'll give you my men's pound for pound. He's in it. He's in it. Chill. But we're talking about Canelo real quick. why Canelo Alvarez dropped. Let me tell you. The pound for pound list is a snapshot of right now. Don't worry. Your precious Canelo Alvarez is too great of a fighter to stay down. He's too great of a fighter to stay down. And Canelo Alvarez would appreciate if he's judged to the way we judge everybody else. He's a warrior. He doesn't want no special treatment. Canelo Alvarez will feel embarrassed that y'all are putting Pampers on that warrior. He's a gladiator. See, these gladiators don't feel the way y'all do. See, Elder True Spence just released a tweet yesterday that said, replace me with your male. I don't care. Put that man in a pound for pound. Warriors don't feel like the fans. The fans are moist. The warriors aren't. So I have to talk to y'all, not the warriors. The warriors don't give a damn. The gladiators don't give a damn. I got your male over Errol Spence. All of these Errol Spence fans jumping in my DM saying, how you going to put Jamel over Spence? Spence is saying, replace me with Jamel. Spence is saying it. Like I said, fans cap more for the fighter than the fighters themselves. Spence is saying it. That's why I have full confidence when I rank these warriors, because they like seeing, okay, this is why I'm talking about the warriors in pound for pound list who do things to be great. Okay, I dropped. Fine. How do I go up? I don't want to be given shit. That's why I've been boxing my whole life. That's why I try. So I don't beg to be given anything. I take things. Terrence Crawford, take. Usyk, take. Errol Spence, take. Inoue, take. Canelo Alvarez, take. They take things. Y'all want to give them stuff. Jamel Charlo took his spot over the weekend. So like I said, y'all cap for the Warriors more than the Warriors. Biz, you missed my member question. Oh, man, brother. You know, the member question is hard to see, though, because I'll show you what I see when let me see the member. I'm gonna click and you tell me if you see what it's actually not showing up. It's actually not showing up. Sorry about that, brother. What's the question? Preach 100%. So let me tell you why Canelo went down. Because I'm consistent with myself. Like that comment earlier. Lomachenko. I dropped Lomachenko off the pound for pound list when Teofimo Lopez beat him. I got your mail over Canelo. Question answered. Thank you so much. I got your mail over Canelo. But do y'all remember? I dropped Lomachenko off my pound for pound list. War Room, y'all really in y'all Canelo feelings though. Charles Baker, I told you. Charles Baker, what did I tell you? I said, Canelo, your boy just lost. Now you got to hear and feel what Wilder fans were feeling. Didn't I tell you? The reason why I said that is because I need all of these fans to look at each other and identify, wait a minute, we're all the same. We all cry when our fighter falls. And then we want everybody to see his greatness and pick him up because our feelings are so hurt. They're not trying to, you don't want them to pick him up. Y'all want them to pick you up because your feelings hurt. I told you, Charles Baker. Didn't I say it? And what did I do for the Wilder fans? Because I understand it. I understand the pain when Roy Jones Jr. got knocked out. I was telling the Wilder fans, he's going to lose to Tyson Fury in his third fight. It happened to me. Don't let it crush you. Look at the Canelo fans. But when Lomachenko lost to Teofimo Lopez, I dropped him out of the pound for pound list. Why? Because Teofimo Lopez was nowhere sniffing the pound for pound. Came out of nowhere, beat Lomachenko. That dropped him off. Why? Because he tripped racing against other great track stars. There's other great fighters out there. It's not that Lomachenko just lost and now I'm penalizing him. It's he lost and there's Errol Spence and all these guys who are doing great things right behind him. I give them love too. The way y'all see Canelo only is how I see the boxing world. The way y'all love Canelo, I love Inoue the same way. I love Terrence Crawford the same way. I love Usyk the same way. I love Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano the same way. It's impossible for y'all to do that because y'all don't watch bantamweights. Y'all don't watch women. So y'all like, they should not be given the same amount of respect. But I do. So you're talking about the way you're passionate about Canelo, I'm passionate about boxing. So that's why I'm in the right position to do this and not you. Let me see. Hell yeah, because I was pissed to this day. Right? Cambosos can be there. I have no problem with Cambosos being there. I have no problem. He can be there, just not in mine. Not in mine. He beat Teofimo Lopez. Yep. Other than that, so that's not enough for me. But for you, fine. Josh Taylor, he's not undisputed, right? He just got stripped of the WBA title, so he's not even undisputed. On top of that, Jack Catterall was robbed, and everybody knows it. So I'm just not going to give it to him, right? You don't just give him things. Bivol is in mine. Chill. You'll see. Let me see. What else we got? Facts. Exactly. So I dropped Lomachenko all the way out. Canelo could have dropped all the way out. The only reason why he's even 6 in my men's pound for pound is because he's undisputed. Bivol wasn't even sniffing the list. Let me bring y'all to reality. Before Bivol completely outboxed this man for 10 out of the 12 rounds. Bivol outboxed Canelo for 10 out of the 12 rounds. Before then, he was considered a cherry pick. I had comments of people saying, I don't even know who Bivol is. So when you have that going on, and he outboxes Canelo for 10 out of the 12, that means Canelo's performance was so bad that day. I cannot keep Canelo over Jermell Charlo, who knocked out Brian Castaño, who people thought was better than Jermell. He knocked him out and became undisputed and made history. On top of taking everybody else's belts along the way. Fundora gets a lot of love for crushing Lubin's face. Jermell Charlo knocked him out in 1 round. So I'm talking about on this way too. What I say makes sense. It just hurts your feelings. The logic makes sense if you're just thinking. But really, I know it makes sense. Everybody in the war room knows it makes sense. But I'm trying to doctor up your feelings so I can teach you guys how to become a boxing fan and not just a man fan. That's why I'm doing this so passionately. I'm just helping you. Everybody else, it makes sense for everybody. Top ESPN, Ring Magazine, Box Rec. It makes sense for everybody, every major publication. It makes sense for everybody. But I just got to help your feelings. Let me see. Jay Cooley, they in their feelings about Canelo. If we get the Errol Spence versus Stewart, you're going to lose subscribers when Stewart take that L. Ha! That's okay, though. They'll come back. See, when I lose subscribers, they'll come back. Because they know that this place, we keep it real and unbiased the whole time. No one knows who I'm a fan of. That's why they're leaving. I thought you were a Canelo protector. No, I'm a boxing protector. ShowBizz, you ain't consistent, man. You are our Canelo champion. No, y'all messed up. Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter who is representing boxing in a great way. I'm a boxing protector. And then everybody panic and leave for a quick second. Everyone does it. When I said Jermell Charlo and Brian Castaño was a draw, I lost 125 subscribers. They all came back. No, 300. It was 300 subscribers. I don't agree with you all the time, Biz, but that's what the War Room is all about. Thank you, right? ShowBizz, best boxing channel by far. Salute. Much love to you. Absolutely. Let me see. What's wrong with having a favorite fighter? Boxing, not like football or basketball. You keep saying the same thing. I hear you. It's a single player sport, so we learn more to a person versus a team. Let me tell you what's wrong, Hoodie Smoke. You don't get it. All right? So let me break it down for you extremely slow. You may be smoking. All right? So I need to explain this to you very slow. All right? Don't get so high in the mornings. Listen. There is no issue with having a favorite fighter. The problem is when he's so much your favorite that you disrespect other fighters because this one is just your favorite. That's the problem. That's what makes boxing different than football. Because with football and everything else, they all playing each other. So you got the Super Bowl. So there's no, well, I perceive that this team is the best. No, the best team is holding the ring. I don't give a damn about your perception. With boxing, it's less clear. It's hard for people to understand that Inoue is greater than Tyson Fury. They would never fight. Tyson Fury, my favorite, so he should be ranked number 3. Errol Spence has done more. No, he didn't. He's my favorite. That's the problem. It's not like football. It's not like basketball. They play each other all, and you know who the champion is at the end. Boxing is different. You get it? So with you being a fanboy, it allows too many opportunities for you to underrate other great fighters. And that's where I come in. That's when I'm needed. Right? Let me see. What are the chances Haney win on the scorecards? Pretty good chance after Jack Catterall got robbed and how that was sensationalized. So that was a big smack on the hand. People don't want that smack on the hand. Let me see. He is consistent. I argue with BS all the time, super chatting and shit out of my money. Right. You can disagree with me, but my concept and logic always remain the same. Emotions useful if control you feelings. Exactly. So look. It's not just the fact that Canelo lost to Bivol, but how? The funny thing about my pound for pound list, let me read off my man's pound for pound list. Let me read off my man's pound for pound list real quick. Let me read it off for all the Canelo complainers. Let me read it off. I have number 1, Alexander Usyk. Number 2, Terence Crawford. Number 3, Jamel Charlo. Number 4, Errol Spence. Number 5, Naoya Inoue. Number 6, Canelo Alvarez. Number 7, Estrada. Number 8, Tyson Fury. At number 8, Shakur Stevenson. At number 9, Tyson Fury. At number 10, Bivol. That's how I have it. All right, Roman Gonzalez. If you got him, that's fine too. All right, but that's just mine. Okay. Now, with that said, the biggest injustice isn't Canelo whatsoever. That's how I know people are bigger Canelo fans than boxing fans. You know the biggest injustice? You want to know the biggest injustice? Shakur, really? Yeah, 2-division world champion, unified. Yeah. And his skill level, the way he's performing against the Jamel Herring, Oscar Valdez, the way he one-sided those guys. Yeah. Because it's also skill too. No Charlo. I said Jamel Charlo at 3. See, once again, half of the reason why people disagree with me, they don't hear. Here, listen. 1, Usyk. 2, Terence Crawford. 3, Jamel Charlo. 4, Errol Spence. 5, Inoue. 6, Canelo Alvarez. 7, Estrada. 9, Shakur Stevenson. 7, Estrada. 8, Shakur Stevenson. 9, Tyson Fury. 10, Bivol. The pound for pound list has so many moving parts. Yeah, and it is constantly changing. Yep. I never understood why people get so upset about it. Yep. Ring should do all gender. Exactly. Hit the Tyson there. All gender is more impressive and important that you can do that. That shows a level of analysis that people don't have. So if you can do an all gender, that's really a big up to what you're able to do as far as analyzing and seeing things. That's actually just a huge feather in your cap when it comes to being an analyst. The fact that me, our channel, this community are the only ones doing it is disgusting. All right. Let me see. That's true, but I'm not talking about rankings. Not a fanboy. You got me all wrong. I love boxing, but I don't knock nobody who looks for inspiration in somebody who they identify with. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. So you're arguing that's what I'm saying, man. I need more fathers, bro. Like, listen, bro. I need a lot of father figures. I need a lot of father figures to help men think rationally with logic. Hoodie Smoke, love you like a play cousin. But what you said isn't what I'm saying. So I don't know who you're talking to. People who are identifying and being inspired, that's what I'm a fan of that. I'm pro that. That's not what I'm saying at all. And it's almost, it pains my stomach and it's annoying, the fact that I would have to try to find so many ways of saying the same thing. It's really incredibly annoying. I don't like Tom Brady. I like Michael Vick more. I can identify with Michael Vick. I'm inspired by Michael Vick more as a football player, as an athlete. I don't know neither one of them as men. But that doesn't mean I have to be irrational and not logical. Tom Brady is greater. That's what I'm saying. But even with me saying that, it's still about to miss you. Because look at that comment. For $10, you went from 5 to 10. And 10 was more irrational than the first one. So that's still going to blow over your head. You can be the biggest fan in the world with who you identify with. But when you come to a boxing channel and speak boxing, you can't bring those feelings in there because it makes you look idiotic. If I go to an NFL history channel and I say Michael Vick is the greatest quarterback ever because he's my favy, that's dumb. Now that's being dumb. If someone says you're dumb for saying that, but you're not allowing me to like him. No, you're dumb for saying that he's the best football player ever. You can like whoever you want. You still don't get it. You still don't get it. I understand. I didn't have a father growing up. I had my oldest brothers though, and they were really drilling that. Like, hey, look, listen, think rationally. You know, think rationally. Let me see. Biz, how about a clip of someone singing Feelings? I swear, Donnie, I swear, I need that bad. Let me see. Dre Banks, thank you so much. And Tyson Bale. Flex on him. See. Pow. Let me see. Same reason why Shakur makes the list based on last performance. Yep. It's the same reason why Canelo, this man is, his brain is just on it. Like he just like, brother, it's 1+1. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Canelo's about to whip. He'll mess around and whip Benavidez's ass and jump right up to 3. Like it's not that big of a deal. On last performance, it's not just that Canelo lost. It's how he lost. Biz quote of the day. Thank you. And people act like, oh, I know that's what I was saying. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. So here, people act like pound for pound is a lifetime achievement award. If that was the case, I remember the last 5 years, Manny Pacquiao wasn't even on the pound for pound list. Manny Pacquiao, if it was a lifetime achievement award, Manny Pacquiao would be ranked #1 until he retired. Let's keep that real. But it's what have you done for me lately? It's right now. Manny Pacquiao wasn't even on the list. He was like 8 and then he was off. He lost to Joe Horn and he was off. That boy lost to Joe Horn and was off the list. I think he was like at 7 or something like that. And he lost to Joe Horn and was gone. Or maybe it was like 4. Or yeah, because I think Triple G was like 7. He lost to Joe Horn and was gone. Because it's what have you done for me lately? It's not a lifetime achievement award. But because right before Bivol, Canelo Alvarez became undisputed and made history, he's still on my list at 6. You see, he just dropped. See, Errol Spence broke the face of Ugas and became three belt unified at welterweight, 1 belt from undisputed. Ugas just beat Manny Pacquiao. Ugas gave Sean Porter hell, and many people think he won. Ugas wasn't losing at welterweight. Errol Spence broke his face. So it was like, oh, okay. And then Jermell Charlo was over Spence because Jermell Charlo is because Errol Spence is yet to be undisputed. And Terrence Crawford is over Errol Spence because Terrence Crawford smoked Errol Spence's best wins. Yeah, Errol Spence got more belts, but does he? Terrence Crawford went from undisputed, moved up, beat Joe Horn. Jeff Horn became WBO champion and then smoked Errol Spence's best wins. So he's over Errol Spence. Let me see. King Juice, fanboying and having a favorite fighter aren't the same thing. Exactly. Errol is my favorite fighter, but I would be lying to myself if I said he washes Bud. Yes. King Juice got an amazing brain. It's like obvious. Let me see. What else we got? Flex on him. See, pow. Biz, in your pound for pound list, give me the top 2 best resumes. Top 2 best resumes. Jeff Horn. Yeah, I keep saying Joe Horn because the Saints wide receiver. Let me see. Best resumes. Canelo and Estrada. Common Man. Canelo and Estrada. Best resumes. What y'all think? For the men, Canelo and Estrada. What y'all think? What y'all think? Spence and Canelo. Okay. Oh, and Usyk, nah. Usyk names. Nah, his names isn't better than Estrada for sure. And Jermell is one of them too. Estrada and Usyk. Nah, Usyk is definitely Canelo. Canelo got the best resume in the whole thing. Yeah, it's probably Canelo and Estrada. Best resume. Why you ask, Common? Common Man, why you ask? Or Spence and Canelo. Because Spence, I give Spence credit for Lamont Peterson. I give Spence credit for Mikey Garcia. Those are 2 guys people don't give him credit for. I give him credit for Danny Garcia. Jermell's one of them. You count those old guys for Canelo? Yeah, I count everybody's victories. I count them differently, but I count all their victories. Like Canelo fighting Kovalev, he did it at 175 after Kovalev knocked out Yard with a jab. I don't grade Canelo differently than any other human being. I just saw Kovalev knock out Yard with a jab. Canelo goes up, jumps up 2 weight classes and fight Canelo at Kovalev at 175, and Kovalev is outboxing Canelo, and then Canelo knocks him out. I give him love for that. But why you ask, Common Man? Holla at me. Usyk resume is stacked, but it's not better than Canelo's. It's not better than Spence. Usyk got a nice resume, but the fighters he beat aren't better than the fighters Spence beat. No way or no how. Yeah, hell, I'm not sure. AJ, yeah. But other than AJ, no, shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. Lomachenko got Usyk beat. The fighters they fought, Canelo definitely got Usyk beat. But I'm asking why common men ask that. What up, Biz? How are you today? Doing great. Doing great. They're going to crucify you because you show Canelo love. I always show Canelo love. But is Loma on your Loma's not on my pound for pound. He's not a champion. The only fighters on my pound for pound are champions. They're all champions on my pound for pound. It's a joke how emotional some get, Biz. Oh, I got you. He asked you because he won Canelo higher on a pound for pound. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Because that is important to rank the pound for pound list. If that was the case, Manny Pacquiao would have been ranked number 1 until he retired. Did you get that part, common man? Did you get that part? Manny Pacquiao was off the pound for pound list after he beat Thurman. That's why Canelo is still on the pound for pound list. But when you lose to Bivol, you drop. Right now, when you think of what have you done for me, okay, common man. So listen, you don't want Canelo to ever drop. You don't want Canelo to ever drop. Now that is disrespectful, not only to the other fighters, but it's disrespectful to Canelo. Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I said. Fans cap for fighters more than the fighters cap for themselves. Fans cap for fighters more than fighters cap for themselves. Simply put. Let me see. Please name one great fighter Canelo has beaten. Okay, let me do it like this. Let me help you out with that point. Because if I name these fighters, you're going to say they're too old. Okay? So if I name Cotto, you say he was too old, right? If I name Sugar Shane Mosley, he was too old. You name Kovalev, he was too old. Okay? All great fighters, they were too old. All right? I know where you're going. But that's why you're just going to have to say that Mike Tyson is not a great fighter then. I guess that's why you're going to have to say Larry Holmes is not a great fighter. Deontay Wilder shouldn't even been ranked as a heavyweight. Because here's the truth of the matter. There's no great fighters. If you look at who he could have fought, who you rather him fought, there's no great fighters. David Benavidez, is he great right now? Charlo, is he great right now? Bubu Andrade, is he great? There's no great fighters. Except for Canelo. There's no great fighters. That's why Larry Holmes is still great. Though he beat Shavers, he was old. He beat Norton, he was old. He beat Ali, he was old. Everybody that Larry Holmes beat was old. But he's still great because he dominated. Mike Tyson never beat a great fighter. Still great. He dominated. The lack of consistency, this is precisely why, like I said, this is precisely why I'm on this side of the camera. Because I'm able to, thank goodness, is really after Tyson lost to Buster Douglas and then Roy lost. It was just two heartbreaking joints that I'm able to be like, I would never get so wrapped up ever. I'm able to, right, be balanced, and look at the history and get it. Will Wilder fight again, Biz? I hope so. Triple G is an all-time great middleweight. All-time great middleweight. But he would have been higher if he had the damn fights. He would not, he's not ranked in my all-time great middleweights ever. Is he even on there? Oh, only did top 5. So he's definitely not top 5. He's probably top 10. He's top 10. But low. If he had the fights, you can blame him or you can blame others for ducking him. But he's still great. You have integrity, Biz, respect, 100%. Let me tell you why I have integrity, though. Let me tell you why I have integrity. Because I'm not fighting. See, Canelo losing, it hurt my bet, though. But I still bet 100 on Bivol, and that saved me. It hurt my money. But them losing, I didn't lose anything. So it doesn't hurt me anymore. Somebody winning doesn't hurt me. Right? If you're a Wilder fan, Tyson Fury winning hurt. Like from here on out, because you hate Tyson Fury. If you're a Wilder fanboy, you hate Tyson Fury. So any great thing Tyson Fury does, you're like, man, get that cheating dude out of here. Because you're hurt. That doesn't do that to me. So I'm able to be like, Tyson Fury, he's doing great things, but he's not a great all time. And then you have Tyson Fury fanboys like, what do you mean? I'm able to do that. I'm able to say, with Canelo Alvarez, him trying to fight Bivol and going up and finding those limits is great. The way he lose dropped him on the pound for pound list, though. I'm able to walk and chew gum at the same time. It's like, it's a thing I'm able to do. Let me see. Biz, hit the Tyson bell. Some of these ding dongs don't get it. I swear, I don't understand. Because let me tell you what happens. Let me tell you what happens and what happened in the war room. What happened in the comments. People heard me drop Canelo and then saw me immediately as a Canelo hater because it hurt their feelings. I can do both. I can love and appreciate and admire what Canelo has done and then see his loss and drop him down. Canelo, I thought you admire him. Keep him at number 1, number 2 forever. Like now that's being disingenuous. That's showing a lack of integrity, which Canelo isn't me. I don't hold Canelo over myself as an analyst. Great try, Canelo. I'm very curious in what you're going to do next. You're a great fighter, so I know you're going to do some great fighter shit next. But as of right now, Jermell Charlo just captured Undisputed at 154 by knockout. Go ahead, Charlo. Now I'm looking at Charlo. People still looking at Canelo with a tear rolling down their face. Let me see. Will Canelo be above Triple G all time at middleweight? You have to count super middleweight. At middleweight, no. If you put super middleweight and middleweight together, because the thing is, he beat Triple G. Officially, Triple G never beat him. In my opinion, Triple G beat him by about 3 rounds the first fight. At middleweight, no. If you lump, that's why I hate the tweener weights. But if you lump them, Undisputed, he's probably greater. If you lump them together, Canelo's probably greater. ShowBizz, you're a grifter who only answer people that donate. and I just answered this question. Who donate to you? Some of us can't, but still a fan. Ali, let me help you out. Let me help out your brain. I will spaz and talk for a while. In doing so, people would comment. And then once I look, I gotta give attention to those who commented first. who paid for the comment first. That'd be no fair to them. So when I give them that attention, I'm answering their question for a while, and then I get another one. I have to speak to the super chats. I have to. They pay for it. I ain't gonna skip them and try to find you. All right, but I just read you. Why? Because I don't have any more super chats, and then I start reading the others. Now I'm gonna have to give you this. That comment was dumb. And now that I'm done talking, $20 super chat. So I gotta give that attention. Flex on. Seep, pow. Hit the Tyson bell. When you don't know what it takes to be on this side, you have no idea. There's comments flying up all day long. Thank you so much. Yo, Adrian. Now, there's probably some people who commented in between, but guess what happened? A super chat. I got to read that. You see how that works? Biz, you saying what I always say. This above all, to thine own self be true. Yes, such a fan, I lied to myself. Such a fan, I lied to myself. Now, watch this. There's other people talking in the chat room, but guess what? A super chat. So I got to read that, right? Where is Hagler all time at 160? Now this is taking time for me to answer and give him his money worth. So here we go. I got him at 3. Reluctantly, because he's my second favorite fighter ever. But it's not about my favorite. I have integrity and gotta be. So I got number 1, Sugar Ray Robinson. My heart says Hagler, but I got to Sugar Ray Robinson, number 1. 2, Carlos Monzon. 3, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. 4, Harry Grab. 5, my second favorite middleweight, Charlie Burley. Right? Or Stanley Ketchum. But, you know. So, yeah, I got him at 3. And now that there hasn't been a super chat, boom. That's how it works. I just picked a random. I'll say Biz catches 8 or 9, 10 comments. That's amazing for that many people in the chat. You will not find that on another channel. I'm telling you, hit the Tyson bell. Thank you so much, brother. See what I'm saying? Now there's no super chats. So there I go. Man on fire. Great list ranking. Thank you so much. Trash ass list. That's you needed me to read your comment. And because you needed attention, anybody that's like that, I got to give you this.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number 1 bullshit guy. He do the wee woo because he.
Now, a super chat. If Spence gets undisputed, where is he? Because the way he gets undisputed is by beating Terrence Crawford, who is ranked number 2 on my list. Boom. Now we're talking. Just like how Katie Taylor beat Amanda Serrano, ranked number 1 versus ranked number 2. So I got Katie Taylor top 2 in my gender equality list, which is, I think, is the most important pound for pound list for me. Is this one that I am behind, that I'm initiating. If Spence gets undisputed, where is he? If Spence beats Terrence Crawford to be undisputed, he's ranked number 1 pound for pound. Whoever wins the fight between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence is ranked number 1 pound for pound. Because at that point, Errol Spence would have cleared out, and Terrence Crawford. But if Errol Spence, this is the question, if he beats Terrence Crawford, he would have cleared out the arguably the best division. And then he have to defend it against Boots and stuff like that. But to beat Kell Brook, to beat Showtime Sean Porter, to beat Ugas, to beat Terrence Crawford, to just go through and beat these boys, especially Terrence Crawford, ranked number 2. A lot of people think ranked number 1. If he were to beat him, he'll be ranked number 1. He'll be ranked number 1. Let me see. Next. Biz, forget Canelo. I have Errol at number 1. I'm just trying to learn how you rank your pound for pound list. Well, the reason why Usyk is okay, so this is how I rank my pound for pound list. The reason why Usyk is number one is because Usyk was undisputed. You talking about the men's list, right? Because me trying to argue my gender equality list is going to be too distracting for too many people. So the men's list, what people can easily digest. Number one, I have Usyk. He was undisputed. Then he moved up to heavy and dominated, right? So he cleared everybody out, undisputed, moved up to heavyweight, fought twice at heavyweight, beating Derek Chisora, one of them, and then beating the number one ranked heavyweight in the world, becoming unified heavyweight champion, holding more belts than Tyson Fury. So when you go from undisputed to unified, nobody else is doing that. No one is going from undisputed to unified and a belt away from undisputed. When they moved up, it's very difficult. Ask Canelo. Canelo, if let me tell you how difficult this is. Canelo was at 168 undisputed. He moved up and lost to Bivol, let alone if he moved up and fought the unified light heavyweight champion and better BF. So that's a huge accomplishment. What Usyk did. So that's why I have him at number one. At two, I have Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford went from undisputed. See, Errol Spence has never been undisputed, right? And so that's one knock against Errol Spence. And number two, Errol Spence has only stayed at welterweight. That's the second knock. That's the reason why people don't really do much with heavyweights, because they only stay at one weight class. Well, there's other fighters that's only staying at one weight class, like Errol Spence. So one knock, he's never been undisputed. Second knock, he's only stayed at one weight class. So Terrence Crawford went from undisputed, moved up, became a champion, and then dominated Errol Spence's best wins. All right. So Terrence Crawford is over him. When you talk about Errol Spence, the reason why Jermell Charlo is over Errol Spence is because Jermell Charlo's resume looks pretty close to Errol Spence's, but on top of that, he's undisputed. So that's how I grade him. Well, you gotta look at undisputed, man. You got really, in my opinion, my humble opinion, B-Hop has to be on that middleweight list. Cool. Respect. I got no problem. No problem with that whatsoever. None. Let me see. What else we got? None. Zero issues with that. What else we got? Canelo moving up and challenging undefeated champion, but coming up short in his sixth weight somehow elevates other guys who haven't even fought. What? Pound for pound, Canelo fighting giants. So once again, I am not going to say that if you moved up and lost, that you tried very hard. That doesn't put you above everybody else. He tried very hard. I know a lot of fighters who tried very hard and lost. Does that elevate them? Now, that elevates Bivol, right? But I cannot bend the rules that way. I had Dr. Plants. I had an analogy earlier. And this is what you're doing. I said, if there's a race and you have the fastest track star in the world and he's racing other track stars to get into the Olympics, and he's the fastest track star in the world. He has all these great times. Look at what he's accomplished. And he goes to run in the Olympics. And he runs, and then he trips. And he comes up eighth. Do you put him in third place because he tried very hard? He's racing all over the world. The Olympics. First, he was just racing in the state. And then he moved up and he raced nationally. Now he's racing worldwide. Well, others are too. But he went from state to national to racing worldwide. He tripped, though. He tried. So I'm going to put him at third. Well, how about the person who really came in third? Forget them, because I love that guy. He really tried. Shut your. I don't roll like that. I'm just fair. Yes, Canelo really tried. He got dominated. So he's not there. He drops. He drops because his last performance was him getting dominated. Jermell Charlo's last performance was knocking out Brian Castano, who many people thought beat him. His last performance was knocking him out for undisputed. Errol Spence crushed Ugas' face, his last performance. Katie Taylor fought the number 2 pound-for-pound woman in the world and broke MGM records coming from Ireland and defended her undisputed status for the 6th time. But we got to keep just giving it up for Canelo because he tried very hard. I love him like a play cousin. He's still in my top 10 pound-for-pound. But it's disrespectful to other fighters because all Canelo needs to do is try very hard. And he got it. Now we're bending the rules. Everybody else got to do. Canelo just got to try. I love boxing too much. Biz, now in my feelings, my last comment was deep. You glossed over it. My bad, dog. My bad, brother. Let me see. More like he beats everyone in the Olympics, but he races a race car. Now Bivol's a race car. Now you see what I'm saying? Now the other guys get number one. See? Yeah, that has to be a joke. That's you and your feelings. Bivol's a human being, a boxer. Canelo beat Kovalev at 175. So Canelo been at 175 and was a champion before. All of a sudden, Bivol ain't even human. Now he's a race car. See, that's you bending and pushing the goalposts just to be satisfied about how you feel about Canelo. But that's you. But that's not what we do on this channel. That's why you got to come here, man. You got to come here. Let me see. That's how Canelo lost. Jesus Christ, fellas. Stop talking. He went up. He clearly got outboxed, and he had a bad game plan. Period. Period. Thank you so much, brother. That's why Pacquiao's arguably number 1 pound for pound all time. No argument for me. I don't think he's arguably even close to number 1. No, I don't think so. He's arguably top 10. Number 1. That's not even that's not close to an argument. He ain't greater than Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson. No way. Henry Armstrong. You could probably try to argue him and Henry Armstrong, but he ain't greater than Muhammad Ali or Sugar Ray Robinson. No way, no how. My team tried hard, not in the playoffs. Right. Your team tried very hard. Come up short. What do you want me to do? Exactly. He get up and win the next race. There you go. As of right now, it'll be very irresponsible and it'll be very disrespectful to other people who tried to run their race too. As of right now, he lost. It hurts. He pulled a hamstring. He didn't break the red tape. It happens. Woo, 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 woo. I'm sorry. But Canelo's so damn great. He's so good that his next fight, he's going to jump back up. He's going to whoop somebody's ass and jump right back up. And there's going to be another great fighter, maybe Bivol again. Canelo mess around and knock out Bivol or something. He'll jump right back up. And people, now what do you think, ShowBizz? Now I got him back up. Like what? He won the race. People are weird, man. Let me see. I just had my first daughter. Much love to you. 2 days. Oh, she smells like baby, doesn't she? She smells like baby, and she's, you know, she can't keep her head up, and she feels like a water balloon, kind of. And you, everyone should envy you. ShowBizz. Been watching your videos during the hospital. Oh, during the hospital, I was there. I was. Much love. Hit the like. My goodness. If everybody go ahead, hit the like for my man. Matter of fact, let's. Let me see. Hit the like button. Congrats. Busy. Do you still believe Serrano is greater than Canelo? Yep. Right now, well, greater. No. See, well, here's the thing. No, the answer is no. Let me tell you why. Because I was talking about Amanda Serrano. You have to hear what I was saying. Or VM. No. What I was saying was, if Amanda Serrano becomes undisputed, then she would be above Canelo Alvarez at the moment, right? So that's why I said she'll be greater right now than Canelo Alvarez. My point was that she'll be a 7-division world champion and undisputed. If she does that, she's greater than Canelo Alvarez right now. She'll be doing something greater than everybody else. She lost, so she didn't become undisputed, okay? She wasn't greater than Canelo at the time. I didn't have her above Canelo at the time. I didn't. So if you listened to that video, if you read the title, it doesn't, if you judge a book by its cover, it wouldn't help you understand whatsoever. If you do the Cliff Notes and listen to the first 10 seconds, you would never understand my point. But what I was saying was, if you look at that video again, look at it very closely, listen to it. Actually, don't be in your feelings and listen. I said if Amanda Serrano beats Katie Taylor to become undisputed, she'll be a 7-division world champion and undisputed at the same time, beating the number 1 woman in the world. That's what I said. And I didn't say that she was above Canelo at the time, because at the time I had Canelo Alvarez ranked number 2. Amanda Serrano was ranked number 7. So she wasn't even above him at the time. But I said if she becomes undisputed, she would be. Always listen. Always listen. Let me see. You're right, Biz. But very few are racing in that league. Okay. How about this? Everybody who's racing in that league are in my pound for pound list. So he's in a race where everybody racing in that league. Don't get it confused, heavy hitters. You are only seeing Canelo as trying to do great things, and you put him in a league of his own, right? I see other great fighters trying to do great things too. You only have eyes for Canelo. If you have eyes for boxing, you will see that Alexander Usyk is doing great things too. Everybody in that pound for pound list, Estrada, all of them. Roman Gonzalez is trying to do great things too. Inoue, Nonito Donaire. Other fighters are doing great things too. That's my point. That was the OG's point. When OG said it'd be disrespectful to the other fighters because you only got eyes for Canelo. If you got eyes for boxing, it's easier for you. Look in the war room. You can obviously see eyes for boxing and eyes for Canelo. You can obviously see it. Right? Let me see. Inoue is the most exciting. Now, I wanted to say this. Thank you for reminding me. Canelo Alvarez dropping to 6 isn't the most shocking part of my list. It isn't the most shocking part of my list. The most shocking part of my list is the fact that I dropped Inoue. And that is how I know people are looking at Canelo and not boxing. How I dropped Inoue is the biggest injustice in my list. And I can admit that myself. That's the biggest injustice. And everybody's talking about Canelo. Inoue didn't even lose. Inoue hasn't lost. ShowBizz, how you drop Inoue? That's the biggest injustice. You got to go back to work. Much love to you. Thank you so much. The biggest injustice is I dropped Inoue and he hasn't even lost. He's been quiet lately. Yep. Inoue fought twice last year, though. Das Marinas, which was a crazy win. That was a good win. And then he fought who? I don't know who the other guy was. But Errol the True Spencer, Jamel Charlo got busier when Errol Spence beat Ugas the way he did. And what Jamel Charlo just did. That's the biggest injustice. Yep, Inoue is probably top 3. I would have no problem if they got Inoue, if y'all got Inoue top 3. No problem. I have him between 5 to 10. I dropped Inoue just for lack of busyness. He ain't even trip. He ain't even trip. See, Canelo got outboxed for 10 out of the 12 rounds, and I dropped him. Nobody crying about me dropping Inoue for winning. I dropped Inoue for winning. That's the biggest injustice, and nobody's bringing it up. Why? Because nobody focused on boxing. They focus on Canelo. Why is Tank disrespected? I don't know. I don't know who's respecting Tank. Why is Tank not on your list? He doesn't hold a major title. He holds junior titles. He doesn't hold a major title. So who do you want him over? Who do you want him over? You tell me who you want him over, because I mean, he's not. He doesn't hold a major title. So who do you want him over? He hasn't beaten. Who do you want? Who had the harder route to 140? Undisputed, Josh or Bud? Josh Taylor had a harder route to 140 undisputed. Absolutely. The problem is Terrence Crawford is a better fighter than him. So pound for pound is also skill level. That's why Shakur Stevenson is on my pound for pound. It's also how good you fight too. So Terrence Crawford is so damn good. You know, he's better than Josh Taylor, right? We know that for sure. Now look at that struggle he had with Catterall. Terrence Crawford is too damn good to struggle with a Catterall. So, but who had a harder road to undisputed at 140? Josh Taylor, obviously. Meant Canelo 5 to 10. Oh, okay. All right. It's your list. That's why I didn't say anything. Morning cocktails. So if you look at that's his name. Dapian. I forgot. I don't even know how to say his name. Absolutely, Walter Joe. Let me see. Bro, thank you so much, brother. In my opinion, Jamel should be top 5 right now. I got him 3, so I think you're in the right place. I got Jamel Charlo 3, so I think you're in the right place. Oh, okay. I'll be over there. Okay, don't worry about it. What do you think of Jamal saying he's going to let the 160 division for his brother? Well, that's not even the right way to put it. I mean, but saying that's great, but that's not even the right way to put it. Jamal is going to 168 anyway. He want Canelo and them and David Benavidez. He's talking like that anyway. So that was just a plan anyway. That was just a plan anyway. Let me see. What else we got? ShowBizz, who's the Jesus boys? Muzz got some crazy questions. ShowBizz, who is your bottom 3 least skilled pound for pound? That's tough because all of my pound for pound guys are very skilled. In my men's pound for pound, less 3 skilled. That's almost, I can't even call it, bro. I can't even call it. Jamel, Tyson Fury, Bivol. You talking about just who's the less skilled? I don't even. Let me see. Sherry Robinson, thanks so much. Okay, everybody. I think I'm about to leave. Did you guys understand my part? Do you guys get it now? Do you guys, Canelo fans, are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? Let me know. Miss my super chat, Biz. My bad. Hurt 89. My bad, brother. My bad, brother. Do you guys? Are you guys okay? Give me a yes or no. Did it help you guys understand? Oh, He ain't hating Canelo. You know, it's okay. You know, oh, you talking about just worst skilled pound for pound? Rolly, Wilder, and shit. Throw somebody else. Let me see. Boots should not have called out Spence after Boots' opponent Clayton took a dive. Bad timing. Funny. I think he should have, because now he's mandatory for Spence's title, IBF title. Your list is fire. Gotta respect it. Thank you so much, my brother. Yeah, we good. Y'all good? He should be dropped to 8th. Y'all, are you guys okay? Now, I want all you guys in the war room. Go to the comments right after we close out. Go to the comments and check out what the comments say, and read how many people going to make a comment on something that we actually touched on, because they not going to listen. They're just going to lose their minds and panic and be emotional. I want you guys to check it out. Look at it. Look at it. Took a dive. That guy was afraid. Clayton was so afraid. I was so embarrassed for Clayton. It ain't make no sense. But make sure you guys check out the comments once we're done, and look at how people are going to respond and comment on things that we covered, because they wanted to be repeated to them personally, because they can't listen. ShowBizz The Dope. All right, my people, I'm out. Oh, Taco Tuesday tomorrow. Don't forget. And I should be going live soon on Relevnt. Make sure you guys follow me on Relevnt.